Thank you so much for having me. Made all these posters and things, and they were stuck out on the wall there, so I've just kind of stolen them. And I got a bit scared because they all stuck to the floor and I couldn't get them off when I was supposed to come on. So, lots of things have gone wrong, which is great, because when things go wrong, I feel really comfortable. So, and the slides haven't played, and I don't have any slides, so that's not going to bother me, so that's fine. And I don't really have a talk sorted out yet, rather, but hopefully that will sort out as we go along. So basically, what I thought I'd do is just show you some of the things that I've made, and just first off, just say a little bit about how we make things. So I guess, I started a technology company in Cambridge. There's 7 of us there. And what we're all about is making paper interactive. And I was a little bit unsure whether what we do kind of really connected with what's going on here, but from seeing all the talks, I feel that what we do connects so well with so many of the other talks that I've heard. So we're about printing and about interactivity, and print is one of those things that's been declared dead along with, like, the music industry. Print's been declared dead, the book's been declared dead, high street's been declared dead, the music industry's been declared dead. And what we're really excited about is sort of trying to bring some of aspects of those things back to life by taking some of the digital experience and putting it back into some of the physical things. So hearing about merchandise, hearing about how important it is that things start to become physical again is exactly what we do. So for an aspect of our work, we say it's about making music physical again, and we're kind of quite excited about that. And so I've kind of invented some technology about how to do that, but the part of my job that I love the most is the part where we're starting to work with musicians, because that's really exciting. And my background is an engineer and a scientist, but the first person I got to join me was a graphic designer, because anything I made looked like an engineer had made it. It looked like shit, basically. But now what we're doing is working with musicians as well. So now, as well as things starting to look great, they're starting to sound great. And we're doing some work with Cornelia, who's over there. So basically the technology is that we print conductive inks, typically, say, a carbon ink, with regular printing processes like screen, flexo, or offset litho. So these are the sort of printing processes that print most of the printed things that are around us. And print is actually the most pervasive form of communication. It's absolutely everywhere. You see it on the banners, you see it on buildings, floors, tables, chairs, clothes, books. In the street media, all these things are printed. And what we're about is by printing conductive inks on the reverse of those things and just taking a simple silicon chip on a circuit board and sticking it on the back, we can start to add touch, the sort of touch you get on an iPhone. And the processor that we're using is pretty much the processor that was in the Apple II. So we're writing code and assembly on a really low-cost chip, the sort of chips in a Happy Meal toy and Barbie. So a low-cost chip, sticking that on a piece of paper. So we're using kind of Apple II type processor to add iPad-like touch onto pieces of paper. So it kind of sounds pretty simple, and it is pretty simple, but it's taken a long time to make it really simple to adopt. And then kind of the question is, like, why? What are you going to use it for? And that's why we're really excited about working with people in other industries, like in music. I did write a few notes to try and remind me what to talk about, so just bear with me. That's sort of explaining what it is, and then the easiest thing for me to do now is just to show you some of the things. But some of you may have seen some things outside these posters. So this is a poster of some drums, and there's a small circuit board stuck on the back there. The batteries are just to generate sound, and this is a surface sound actuator. Good idea. Oh, okay. Can you play drums? Can anyone play drums? Well, maybe I'll just pass it out and you can have a play. But I'm not good at playing drums. I just pretend that I'm a musician. But we can let people play with it, yeah. So that surface sound actuator, so rather than a speaker, it makes the whole of that poster shake. So the whole poster is a speaker. And you can actually feel the sound as much as you can hear the sound. That's kind of really fun. And that's like one of the first things that we started to make, how we started to put something together that was just combining music and art. Do you know, I have no concept of time. Do you know, any idea how long that? Just keep...
I'm a time optimist.
Okay, that's fine. I'm a time traveler. Right. So we went from a drum poster, and we've made this poster with a musician's music in it. So this is Charlotte Brimner. I need one more battery. Yeah, so bands and artists make posters with beautiful graphics, but actually what they make is music. So we thought it'd be really cool to actually have some music in it. And this is her EP. This is how she released her EP in a poster. And it is making music physical. It's something you might want to have. Hopefully people might want to have. But a lot of what we do is just an experiment. We're just making this music physical and seeing where that goes. And in this poster, we can store 1 full hour of audio. I can pass that round too, or people can play afterwards. Can you hear that?
Well, good things do.
Right. Cornelia, you can play with it. We've only just put that one together, so we've been working together for a while about trying to combine some of our work, and it was the first time that she's seen it this evening, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so that's kind of like a really interesting thing, how we can put music into a poster. What we've also done, and this is not music, but actually it is music. Everything ends up being music. I do get told off by my chairman. It's like, why is everything to do with music? But I'm going to plug something into my phone. Just bear with me. Just listen to the music, it's all good. So we kind of hacked a Moleskine notebook, and we put some of our print on the inside cover, and we put a music controller in it because it's easy for us to put music controllers into them because we've kind of made lots of those. I don't know whether the audio is coming out. Are you getting the audio? I'm not getting the audio, no. Your volume's up. Yeah. Oh no, that's going to go loud when it goes. Oh, that's such a shame. Okay.
You can hold the mic up to it. I'll hold the mic up to it.
Okay. It's gone, stopped.
It's coming off this one.
Oh, never mind. It doesn't matter. We can play with it outside. So basically, it's just a music controller in this Moleskine book. But we're really excited about thinking about what other sorts of controllers we can put into books. I think it's stopped. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We can just imagine it working.
I can imagine that.
But there's all sorts of things. It's kind of like, why would we have that in a book when we can touch it on a phone? But it's just kind of, again, it's just kind of an experiment. What if you have portals through to your phone that are just by touching something inside your book? So really interested in working with anyone and just thinking what sort of things that we might do with that. But one thing that we are really excited about is we can print MIDI controllers, just one piece of paper, one circuit board with one chip, and we can print MIDI controllers, and we have started to do that. But what's really exciting for us is about iOS 8 and OS X Yosemite, because we've been struggling without there being a standard for MIDI over low-power Bluetooth, and we're using Bluetooth 4, so it has a latency at least better than 25 milliseconds. And with Apple's new operating systems that are just about to come out, they all have MIDI over Bluetooth as a standard. So that means we can print, so long as it's actually out there, but the profile's not been released, which is a little bit frustrating. But once we have the profile, any of our print will be able to connect straight into things like GarageBand or Logic, Pro Tools, any of those things, which is really exciting for us. Where am I going next? Okay, so we made this 2 minutes. Okay, be really quick. Quickest 2 minutes ever. Made this book with Charlotte, and again, it's just exploring what we might be able to do. So this is a project we're hoping to begin. So this book is a book about her, some of the things that she's done, but it has touch portals through to her social media. So we're really excited about the concept that she might sell a book that's about an album that hasn't even been written or hasn't even been conceived. And in buying it, you're supporting her. But then you have these portals that are there to connect through to her social media. So as she writes lyrics and records stuff and starts to put it out there, you get a notification. But you have to have this book to get access to it. And it makes it physical, but it's kind of this portal that you have to be where the book is to actually get content. And there's kind of more of a story behind that, but so I'll share that one quickly. And again, we're really interested in anyone who might want to talk to us about how to use that. I have one more live demo. Hopefully it'll go through the phone. I can feel that minute ticking down. I should describe what I'm doing. I'm just going to try and play some tracks off my phone. Good. So we're working with a DJ in San Francisco called Cuba, who's a really amazing scratch artist, and he's just bringing a new album out. Well, he has brought a new album out, but we're printing the album cover, and it's supposed to already be out, so we're kind of a little bit behind schedule. But this, actually, you should be able to scratch. I don't know how to scratch, but right, I'll figure this out. Okay.
DJ.
It's my favorite noise. I have just drawn those decks in with a pen, but it's just a piece of paper and a chip, but it's actually a MIDI controller, and it's a fully working DJ decks. Thank you. And we've been working with the people at who make the DJ software on the iPhone. So this is the beta version of their software, and our MIDI just goes straight into that. So, and that's kind of like a dream of mine. It's like my dream product is to turn a piece of paper into some DJ decks. So yeah, the whole thing is just thinking about how we can make music physical again, how we can bring print back to life. And also, just one little plug, we're hoping to go and speak at South by Southwest, and if anyone can Google me or Making Music Physical Again and give us a vote, there's about 5 hours left or something. Would really appreciate that. Thank you very much.